Hey, this is Kyle O'Reilly, NXT Superstar, and you're listening to the Battleground Podcast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Battleground Podcast. Gonna go ahead and bring in my tag team partner, Eli, for this one. Eli, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
I mean, coming up, you've got NXT Great American Bash, possibly one of our favorite pay-per-views that they have created. And I love that NXT is bringing back the old school pay-per-views. So the guy that we're going to bring on the show really doesn't need an introduction because he's as cool as a cucumber. And I think he's got probably the greatest hair in the wrestling game right now. Let's bring on Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle, man, thanks for being on the show with us today.
Oh, stop.
Okay. I mean, look at the hair. I mean, what do we call it? Is it like a mullet mohawk? Is it a mohawk?
I don't know
what do we call it?
I make sure my barber puts on a blindfold before he goes to work on me, and I say, have at her.
That's how I got this hairdo.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, I was all right, let's just go with it.
Yeah, I used to have hair, and then I just realized that after a while, I was like, it's not going to grow anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep what I have and just grow a beard out, or try to at least.
Yeah.
We at least want to acknowledge one of the most viral things over the last couple of years, but Peter Dune, that was just perfection. And our little group of people, we would just say it for no reason. We would just be like, Peter Dune, and so anyways. Yeah, so it'd be like if someone spilled water, like Peter Dune, like it was incredible.
So you got a big match ahead of you coming up at NXT Great American Bash, and of course, you recently made your opponent tap. Why Samoa Joe just kind of sat there and watched. And how are you feeling heading into Great American Bash going against Adam Cole?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a week removed from that match I had with Kushida, and I knew that was a match that was going to sharpen my skills and get me ready for the Great American Bash. This is Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly 2, not actually 2. We fought many times over the years. Right. Second battle in NXT, and it's a straight up match. It's not unsanctioned. It's not going to be violent and gritty. It's going to be proving who the better technician is, who's the better pure wrestler. And so I think it favors my style, and I'm looking forward to it.
And, like you said, there's a lot of history between you guys, and probably one of the most shocking things that have happened was the rise of Undisputed Era. Has to be the fall of Undisputed Era. What has been the biggest adjustment for you since the group went in different directions?
It's been a huge adjustment in terms of growth and changing and evolving who I am. I came in to NXT with this group of guys, and we were genuine good friends, and we're coming into a new environment, and we have each other to support and deal with the anxieties of being in a new place together. And now I don't have that. I don't have the guys that'll back me up if I get jumped in a parking lot. I don't have the guys with me if I'm doing a promo and I forget what I'm going to say. They're not going to chime in and back me up and
right.
Help me out. So it's different, man. It's that's what's so cool about this sport, though. Like it's all about evolving and changing and growing, and it's invigorating now to know that this is all me, and we're doing something new, and just put my best foot forward, and hopefully try my best, and if I do that, then the success and the accolades will come with it. I just need to be my genuine self and just try to kill it every time.
Right. And here's the thing, like you said, you don't have the guys to have your back. Well, you've got me and Eli. We've got your back, and our video producer Brian is down there near you guys at the facility. So you've got 3 guys here for you that are ready to get your back. And of course, NXT Great American Bash is happening Tuesday, July 6th. You can watch it 8 p.m. Eastern on USA Network. And do we just go ahead and say that Kyle's going to get his hand raised and beat Adam Cole and finally put that in the past?
I mean, I'm not a betting guy, but I'll take that bet. Yeah.
I mean, everybody that's been on the show has always went on to win. So
yeah,
sounds good to me.
So where does your relationship with Cole stand right now? I mean, is it non-existent? Is it just a workplace relationship? Is it? I mean, where do y'all stand right now?
I mean, he's a guy that's been a part of my career, for better or for worse, since 2009. We've been up and down the roads together. We've teamed with each other. We've fought against each other all over the world on different continents for titles in front of 15 people. We've kind of done it all. When you share those experiences with someone, you're always kind of going to be bonded and attached with them in one form or another. So I highly doubt that bond will ever truly change. But he he made a decision a number of months ago when he kicked my teeth down my throat. He ended the Undisputed Era. He refuses to believe that I can be successful on my own. And I don't like the disrespect, man. I recognize him as being a tremendous performer and athlete, a great of NXT. And I'm not trying to step on him or tarnish his legacy. I'm just trying to do things on my own now. And it's unfortunate that he feels so strongly in the opposite direction. But I'll just have to do it again this Tuesday at the Great American Bash and prove him wrong.
Man, it's going to be exciting. Of course, you can watch that on USA Network Tuesday, July 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're in the Nashville area, 7 o'clock. But, Triple H, and of course, we've talked about a lot of stuff on the show before. Triple H says everything is open for business, and you see a lot of being other places working together. Is there anybody, I guess, rising in the NXT rank, or maybe somebody that's not there just yet? Is there anybody that you would like to have a match with?
There's a number of guys coming up in NXT that I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to wrestle. One being Ridge Holland. I think he is a guy that has star written all over him. He's a dynamic performer. He's impressive, and
Mhm.
it's unfortunate he got injured a number of months ago, but from all I've heard, he's on the mend, and hopefully sooner than later he'll be back. And he's a guy I think I'd mesh well with, and I'd look forward to having an opportunity to wrestle.
Jumping off that a little bit, what do you think your rivalry with Finn Balor? What do you think that did? Did that, was that kind of like an exclamation point for your NXT career? Was that definitely kind of like a fork in the road, heading you in a new direction? Like, what do you think of that program you had with Finn?
Yeah, that was huge for me. My first match with Finn back in October for the NXT title. Not only was it my first NXT title match, it was, I think, my third or fourth singles match since coming to NXT. Period.
Yep.
So that's quite a dry spell of singles matches, and getting to go out there with Finn Balor, who I think is probably the top of the game in the world right now. Um, it was a huge opportunity, and I'm really proud of those matches. I wasn't able to secure the victory, but it gave me a lot of confidence as a singles performer that okay, maybe I can do this. And Finn Balor certainly brought out the best in me, and I like to think I brought out the best in him as well. And so through those matches, I was able to prove that I can handle this opportunity, and I think I was able to secure future opportunities in being able to go out there and do that with Finn. So I look back on those matches very fondly.
Nice. For sure. So the thing we kind of talked about this, me and Eli have brought this up numerous times, that NXT is bringing back some of the older pay-per-views under the banner. War Games, Halloween Havoc, and of course the Great American Bash, which is coming up. Did you have a favorite pay-per-view growing up?
Oh, that's such a hard question and a
Is
good.
this like asking which is your favorite kid?
Well, it's crazy because um, I loved all those themed pay-per-views growing up, and the fact that NXT is bringing back like Halloween Havoc, come out with
Yes.
pumpkin, or at the In Your House, we got to come out of the house thing.
Hmm.
Those things are just so cool and nostalgic, and and War Games, this, that, and the other. It's really cool. For a favorite one, themed pay-per-view growing up. Oh, I'm trying to think. What else is there? I mean, Halloween Havoc was always like really cool.
Yeah, that was the one.
Maybe Starcade would be kind of sweet to bring back.
Yeah. I
Or
think the first pay-per-view I ever saw was Halloween Havoc with the electric chair match.
oh no.
And
I
I
almost
talked
wore
to-
that shirt actually. I have it in the closet. I almost wore
and
that shirt.
we had Mick in a long time ago, and he talked about that match, and he's like, that was the worst gimmick match ever, because as soon as I climbed to the top, the handle was already pulled down. So he's like, I'm like trying to like move the camera over that way and then pull it up and then pull it back down. And then of course winning the match, electrocuting Abdullah the Butcher is like, you can't do that now, really. So
it might be cool to do World War III again and bring back the 3-ring battle royal.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I mean, because I think you could do that as a 3-brand pay-per-view.
Oh,
you know?
that's an idea. Okay.
Yeah,
you can use that as your idea. Just go take it to whoever you got to, and just be like, hey, I've got this idea.
To Paul and Mr. Shawn Michaels and run it up the chain there. But
I'll give you guys credit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Halloween Havoc was always mine because it was the perfect meshing of like my obsession with Halloween and then wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of, not concern, but there was I think a lot of people were kind of worried that they were just going to put up a Halloween Havoc banner and that's it. And like we want the sets, we want the and I think it was Gargano. I think he popped the pumpkin, right? I think he was the one that destroyed it for everybody, per usual. But
and I really thought when that Scream Mask came out, I really thought it was going to be David Arquette under there.
Oh, no, okay, right?
That'd have been amazing.
But yeah, so of course you can watch NXT Great American Bash. Is going to be on July 6th, 8 p.m. Eastern on the USA Network. Definitely make sure you tune in to that, because we've called it on the show that Kyle's going to beat Adam, and then Adam's just going to go back and do whatever he wants, and Kyle's going to go on because Kyle's going to be the next NXT champion, which I thought that was going to happen at In Your House. I was sitting there watching, and I was like, holy crap, like Kyle's about to get this. Kyle is about to win. And of course, came up a little bit short, but that's not the case now, because that's what's going to happen by the end of 2021 for Kyle.
You and me both, dude. I had high hopes for that Fatal 5-Way, and I thought maybe I could submit Adam. But then there's Cross with a choke. I'm trying to hang on, tuck my chin as much as I could. I had right on Adam's ankle. I really expected him to tap. And then next thing I know, I'm opening my eyes and I'm looking at the lights and I'm kind of confused at what happened. So that's just the nature of the beast, especially in a Fatal 5-Way. You got guys coming from every direction. You have to have your head on a swivel because there's in there with 4 other extremely talented guys. So it's the nature of the beast here, man. But like you mentioned, my focus is on one day becoming NXT champion. If I get through Cole, I will proceed to take the necessary approach into getting an opportunity, if that's a contendership or however I'm going to go about that. But I fully intend on getting back on that train and chasing the NXT championship.
Well, we miss you with a belt playing the air guitar, so we're hoping. So, speaking of Undisputed Era, former stablemate Mr. Strong, he made a shocking reappearance with a new group referred to as the Diamond Mine. If you had to start a new group today after your experience with Undisputed Era, who would you pick in the WWE universe to kind of be in this new group? It can be NXT people, Raw people, SmackDown, whatever.
Wow, that's tough. How many members? 4 total?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
We'll keep it 4.
Yeah. I probably want to surround myself with like-minded individuals and people have the similar philosophy and approach to the sport as I do. That said, man, I got to pick my opponent from last week with Kushida. I think he's such a dangerous and dynamic opponent for everybody. Give everyone a ton of trouble, and he'd be a good guy to have your back. And then it seems that we're kind of going in a direction of, there's The Way, and they've got Candice and Indy with them. So I think maybe I would pick Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai to be the female members of the group.
Oh, there you go.
I think they're great and extremely entertaining to watch and bring a lot to the table. And I think I'd mesh with them well also.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be solid.
I kind of like that. And we do these things on our show where we do dream bookings. And who would you think would win in a match if everybody was still on the same page with Undisputed Era versus the Hart Foundation in their prime?
Ooh, in their prime. Well, which version of the Hart Foundation?
Yeah, that's the first question.
True. Let's see. Throw one out there, Eli.
It's just Anvil, Brett, and Jimmy Hart. I think Undisputed
Yeah,
Era.
if you go or mid 80s, that'd be Brett and Anvil. Yeah. If you go into like the new, that was them two, Pillman and Owen, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So those four against Undisputed Era.
So I think my answer would just have to be the stereotypical answer of doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's just about having a good match. And I think it'd be an awesome match, and it'd be an honor to work with those guys in any capacity. And maybe when a time machine gets invented, we'll make it happen.
There you go.
This is where we need the clip of William Regal walking in and saying "War Games."
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kyle, thanks for being on our show today. Of course, make sure you tune in on Tuesday because Kyle is going to beat Adam Cole, finally send Adam Cole packing, and it's going to be NXT Great American Bash, July 6th, 8 o'clock on USA Network. Kyle, thanks, man. Is there anything else you want to tell everybody before we let you go?
Just thanks so much for having me on, guys. And make sure you tune in this Tuesday, the Great American Bash on USA. And if you're not watching the Great American Bash, then you better be listening to the Battleground podcast.
Boom. There it is. Kyle, appreciate it so much, man.
Thank you, guys.